I think even I'm just like circling back to, of course, like your first passion of basketball and adding and circling this mental health advocacy. There's been such a shift in the way that mental health is viewed, and we talk about ending the stigma of it. But like, why do you feel like that shift is just happening now? Why do you think it's more prominent? Because we have athletic figures and people coming out saying that this is important, because it's not like we weren't going through it. It's not like we haven't had our own mental health issues or that we don't know people that have been through their own mental health struggles. Why is it now that all of a sudden it's talked about?
I think I think our generation is changing things. I think our generation is very focused on like don't suffer in silence. And if you think about at least the way I grew up, it was very much like what happens in our household stays in our household, you know, like put on a brave face and go out in the world and, you know, don't break down, be strong. And it definitely helps that, you know, we've seen Kevin Love, DeMar DeRozan, Liz Cambage talk about these things on such a broad platform, Ben Gordon, because like we look at athletes as superheroes. They're like unbreakable, super strong. And so when you see these beautiful people and athletic and strong people telling these stories, you're like, wow, maybe I can see myself in this spectrum. And I think like for the longest, we've only had certain pictures of what a victim looks like, certain pictures of what someone dealing with mental illness looks like. And that doesn't look like us. Mm-hmm. So like the more stories we have and the more people that talk about it, the more it'll be taken seriously and it's easier to erase the stigma. And I also think we've seen a lot of very influential people take their lives. Robin Williams, Kate Spade, like that scares people when you're like, these people I look up to who look like they have everything I could dream of, they're still suffering from these things. So it makes people take it seriously. And it's unfortunate that it has to be these like catastrophic moments. But I think the more we have these conversations and the more people like us do this work, hopefully like our generation and thereon, it won't take something so catastrophic to get people to understand that mental health is important.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, like even that point when you said that people view athletes as superheroes, I think that is one of the biggest things that I suffered through, was always trying to put on a brave face, always trying to be strong, like the whole no blood, no sweat, no tears, always trying to put on this macho, I can do it and I can do it myself. And I think that is the hardest piece to shatter individually. But thank you for using your platform for good, from mental health advocacy, from now going back to law school. I think what you do and who you are is admirable.